I'm a pro basketball player, and I've recently started playing basketball outside a lot more than I used to. And you might think that's crazy. You might only see professional basketball players training in the top facilities, but there's a story behind why it started and how it started, because I didn't used to be this way. And I think even if you're not an athlete or a professional in your field or in your craft, whatever it is, if you're ambitious in any way, basically is what I'm saying, you don't have to be the top elite percent. I think you can maybe take something from this, because it's a discovery that helped me to become a better professional in what I'm doing and to climb the ranks and to maximize the gift that I've been given, which is playing the game of basketball. And I know I'm rambling a little bit. These styles of videos, or this style of video, is something you're going to see from me pretty often. And if you're not rocking with it, it's okay. It's just a part of the challenge I'm doing. And I believe this is now day 4 of me hosting a YouTube video, making a YouTube video every single day for 365 days. And to be honest, this video is probably not going to get that many views, at least not right now, maybe down the line. Maybe it's a few years in the future. If you are in the future, let me know. Let me know what year you're watching this in. But yeah, going back into it, why does a professional basketball player go out and play, let me show you, on a basketball court like this? 3-point line is not regulation. The basket, I think, is regulation. But yeah, I have access to a gym. I have access to better facilities than this. Why do I do it? Because I play professional basketball in Europe. I have the last 7 years, and there were times where I didn't have access. The laws in Europe are a little bit different. The culture in Germany, at least, is a little bit different. So there's not a 24-hour fitness. There aren't just 24/7 gyms that you can get access to. And most of the gyms are booked up by clubs, club teams, club volleyball, club. Man, I had tents and campers in the gym one time when I wanted to get in, and this was at an Olympic training facility. So no matter how high level the gym is, if it's an arena, if it's an Olympic training facility like I mentioned, or if it's a school gym, there are going to be other events going on, and there are other sporting practices, other just activities going on. So I decided, since I wanted to spend some of my summer, I have family in Germany. Ich bin zum Teil Deutscher. I'm half German, and yeah, I wanted to spend some time with my family. My mom would fly out to Germany to visit our family, and I didn't want to only spend my time in the U.S. in the summer and not see her. So I'm back home in the U.S. right now. You can see American flag, but I didn't want to spend my time in the U.S. and not get to see my mom for anything but 4 weeks, because normally halfway through the summer she goes over there to see my grandmother because she's a school teacher. So yeah, wanted to catch her kind of on the back end of her trips, and also not going to the basketball season jet lagged. That's a long run around for what I'm saying. So I wasn't happy about it, but I had to end up shooting outside and playing basketball outside if I wanted to play the game that I loved and prepare for my job. I got kicked out of gyms. I got locked out of gyms. I tried to get into gyms and utilize contacts, but sometimes it just wasn't possible. So like today, I would be outside working on my game. And for years it bothered me. For years it made me feel inferior. It made me feel like I would never be a high-level professional basketball player, because I didn't have the status to command a space like a gym. I didn't have the money to just say, hey, I'm going to rent this gym out for a summer. And yeah, it made me feel small. But this past summer, it changed my perspective. I decided, hey, there's nothing I can do about this right now other than continue working on my game. And I decided to fall in love with the process. And I actually realized that I fell in love with the game on outdoor courts. I fell in love with playing basketball on courts just like this. And this very court actually is in my hometown neighborhood, and I spent hours out here. We call it the Oracle. The Oracle. We used to shoot. First, you had to activate the Oracle by saying, if I make this, ball doesn't lie. So you make it, confirms that the Oracle is active, and then from there, you would tell it your hopes and dreams. And And if you made it, they would come true. If you missed it, they wouldn't. Now, did all the stuff come true that the oracle said? No. Did all of the stuff not happen that the oracle said? No. But it was just great bonding time with my best friends, and those are moments I'm never going to forget. And it's because of the game of basketball that we had those moments, that we had those laughs, that we used that creative bone in our brain, which is not made of bones, but you know what I'm saying. Flex that creative muscle. I don't know if the brain is classified as a muscle either, but yeah, the game has always been a part of my life, and a huge part of that game, or that life with the game, has been outside with my dad. My dad played professional basketball before I ever did, and he showed me how to play the game outside on outdoor courts. Some of my fondest memories are driving around with him in the summer, and we used to always have a basketball with us, and just going to a random court and playing basketball. Another one, because we're about to take a vacation to Orlando, it's just popping into my mind. And Orlando is just a city that is near and dear to my heart, because one of my favorite moments of my life ever happened there. And it wasn't at Disney World. It wasn't at Universal Studios. I've never been to Disney World, actually. I have been to Universal Studios and do want to go back. But it wasn't at any of those places. It was at the Hilton Hotel. We were at a conference. My dad's a teacher, a marketing and business teacher, and we were at a DECA conference, which is a marketing club, business and marketing club. And I remember I was in the pool just playing around, being a kid, and I walked over to the basketball court to see what was going on, and I see my dad playing basketball. And for context, my dad, when he was in his early 40s, he tore his patellar tendon. And after that, he was very inconsistent with playing basketball. It was almost like a unicorn sighting. He would play against me one-on-one. Oh, almost knocked over my drink. He used to play against me one-on-one very randomly. He would just call me out and he'd say, hey, let's play. One-on-one, game to 7, make it, take it. And those were my playoff games. Those were my NBA finals. That's who I was measuring myself against when I was 10, 11, 12, 13 years old. And I remember it was around that age, I want to say I was 10 or 11, when he said, hey, because he used to let me win. And he said, this is the last time I let you win. If you beat me next time, you legitimately beat me. So those battles were something that I trained for. I lived for. That was when I was in the gym by myself or on an outdoor court like this one by myself. That's what I was training for. The next time I would get the chance to go at him and try and get the win. And I remember the first time beating him. It wasn't on an outdoor court. It was at the high school right here up the street. It was just a moment that defined me because it made me feel like I can become a professional. That's one of the few moments in my life that I can point to and say, hey, that gave me the confidence to weather all of the storms that I've been through. And I'll be sharing a lot of those storms on this channel. Obviously, within 365 days, a lot of ideas are going to come. A lot of stories are going to be shared. And most of them will be in this format, but some of them will be a little bit more professionally formatted, edited. You can see my Becoming a Champion series. I might link that at the end of this. You can see a little bit more of my basketball journey in a more professional format. And yeah, let me know what you think. If you like me just talking a little bit more off the cuff like this, or if you like the balance. A lot of people, especially on Instagram, I have a rather large following all of a sudden there. They say they like these off the cuff, natural. Sometimes I mess up what I'm saying. I'm just kind of rambling on, but you get the main idea. They like that. And so if you like it too, make sure you're subbed because there's going to be a lot of this. But getting back into it, last basketball season, or in the off season where I was preparing to go into my 7th year of professional basketball, I didn't have a lot of gym access. And my deal took longer to come in than I thought it was going to. I missed the entire preseason. And if I wouldn't have said, hey, look, I'm going to go out on these outdoor courts and I'm just going to get used to it. Like, if I can shoot here, I can shoot anywhere. The circumstances aren't lining up, aren't matching up with what I feel like is ideal. Cool, it's only going to make me better. So I challenge you to think about the things in your life that you're seeing as obstacles, the things in your life that you're seeing as less than ideal, the things in your life that you're seeing as holding you back. and ask yourself, hey, if I go into this 100% and invest myself into this, am I going to be better for it? And if the answer is yes, then you have nothing to worry about. Go into it full force, be you, keep going after that dream in your mind, and on the other side, you'll be a better person. Whether you reach the goal or not, that's secondary. What's primary is who you become along the way. And I know that sounds cliche, but me sitting out here choosing, now after years of fighting, playing outside, playing the game outside, feeling like I was too good to be on an outdoor court, feeling like, yeah, I was beyond that, feeling like I wasn't going to stoop down to that level anymore. It was nonsense. It was nonsense. You only get one life. And if you want to build on the memories of the past that you cherish, then be a kid. Do the things that you love to do. Do the things that in those memories you did. And do them as an adult. Be free. Nobody's going to live your life for you. You have to live it. So me, I've been to the top of the basketball world from many people's point of view. I know I have a long way to go. And thankfully, I have the time to do it. And the vision for it, and the joy and the passion for it to continue going. That's something I'm going to be documenting on this page as well. But yeah, I still said, hey, I'm going to go to the place where I was in 7th grade and shooting around. When I was 15, 16 years old and shooting on the Oracle. That should make you think. If somebody who's at the top of their field still is going to go and reconnect to those humble beginnings, what's stopping you? What's stopping you? And this is a video I wish I would have watched 10 years ago, because I think I would be a lot further ahead in my career if I did. I guess that little buzzer, whatever bug that was, is my sign to keep this short. But that's my challenge to you. Do the things that light you up. Don't feel like you're too big or too good for anything. And enjoy where you're at. Even if you feel like you're facing obstacles, there's a way for you to be able to enjoy them and enjoy the process of being shaped by those obstacles for the better. Lock in for 365 days, kind of like I am with these videos. And I promise, man, I keep saying I promise, and I keep saying I don't promise things that often, but I feel like I've promised this before. If you lock in for 365 days, consistently, take the small steps, and enjoy being where you're at and loving what you do, you will love where you're at after a year. And after 5 years, I can only imagine. But I do know that the best is yet to come. I'll see you tomorrow.